Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is SatTV Week. Now I'm here at the UK Space Conference and I'm pleased to be joined by Matt Goodman, who is Head of Communications for the UK Space Agency. Now Matt, tell me a little bit about why this show is so special.
Well, Richard, this brings together the entire space community in the UK for an opportunity to discuss the future of the UK space industry, the UK space community, and we've got some very exciting speakers and very interesting talks going on over the next few days, and we think it's a good opportunity for all of us to have a say in where we go next.
Now it's the first one of its type. Are you going to do it again?
Well, there have been previous conferences, but that have represented the UK space industry, but this is the first one organized and supported by everyone, as it were. So we are hoping to do it again. Hopefully we're going to do it next year and possibly the year after that as well.
Thanks, Matt. Now earlier, Brian Dolby spoke to two of the leading exponents of the space industry in Europe and the UK.
I'm at the UK Space Conference talking to David Willetts, who is the Minister for Universities and Science. David, you gave a very positive, upbeat message to the conference today. Why the feeling? Why such a positive feeling?
Well, I think that we've got here a great partnership. We've got very strong academic science. We've got businesses that really want to apply the science. We've got the UK Space Agency now established as our space agency. And you've got a government, the coalition government, that's absolutely committed to space as a crucial sector, both for advancing scientific understandings and, of course, for contributing to the growth of the British economy. And I think it's all coming together, and there was a very upbeat mood today.
And you talked about some new initiatives today on funding to encourage industry.
Yes, I want to make sure that we lower the regulatory and cost burdens on launchers which are from UK-based companies. And so we've been able to announce today to confirm that we are going to reduce the requirement to have insurance down to 60 million euros, which I think will help from 100 million at the moment. And also that we will by next year have remove the unlimited liability provision in the Outer Space Act, which meant that British launch companies were currently facing heavier burdens than for many other countries. And also I announced today some funding, modest funding, but some funding for applications from the development of the ExoMars rover vehicle, which in fact have been on display. I think Bruno and Bridget have been here at the conference. But there are some of the applications of the science and technology developed for the rover vehicles really go way into other parts of the economy, and we're putting in £500,000 to pay for specific projects developing those applications.
Well, you got this first ever Space Conference off to a great start, so thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time.
Thank you very much.
Jean-Jacques, you gave an inspiring talk to the opening session of this conference where you talked about we are better together. Tell us what you meant by that.
I meant that in space you are doing nothing alone. You have a lot of partners. And today we had on the podium a very motivated minister, one member state, a motivated director general of ESA, the representative of industry and the representative of the European Commission. And by working together, member states, European Space Agency, industry and the Commission, we can certainly do much better.
And this was really the top level of what you were talking about as working as a partnership.
Absolutely, and I think that at ESA we are working with more and more partners, not only member states, not only the Commission, not only industry, but also with private investors. And you know, one of my pride is to have built that HILAS program as a partnership with the operator Avanti, and this is a fantastic success, and we are repeating that more and more. And same way we are developing business incubation center with a lot of different investors, including banks, and that works very well. And I think that the partnership is certainly the best way to maximize the value of each euro invested in space.
You must be very pleased with the UK Space Agency. You were talking about the relationship with the UK and how you see us as a centre for entrepreneurship and spirit and everything. So this is already empathises what you were saying, I feel.
No, absolutely. I must say that UK has inspired me more than I have inspired UK. And but I think that this is the interest to work with 19 member states, is to take the best of each member state to make something good for Europe and for European citizens.
Well, that's great to know, and it's great to have you here with us today.
Thank you very much, and I am very glad to be with you today.
In the news this week, ASI, the Italian space agency, has announced an agreement with Eutelsat to use the new Ka-sat high-throughput satellite in order to develop broadband connectivity for public administrations in Italy. Eutelsat's high-capacity Ka-sat infrastructure is a powerful new platform for extending broadband access to users beyond range of terrestrial networks. ASI is planning the progressive use of 550 megabits per second of Ka-sat capacity across 10 spot beams that together provide full coverage of Italian territory. The capacity will mainly be deployed to deliver broadband to Italian public administrations beyond range of terrestrial networks so that the benefits of ICT can be extended to citizens located in previously underserved regions. The launch of Astra 1N satellite has been postponed due to an anomaly that occurred during the final launch countdown on July 1st, 2011. Following the anomaly detected on Friday during the launch attempt, Arianespace has decided to replace the valve of the main cryogenic stage, which did not function nominally. In order to carry out this operation, the Ariane 5's ECA launch vehicle has been rolled back into the final assembly building. The valve's replacement and the ensuing operations should require approximately 20 days. Using an unorthodox dirty hack, ESA has recovered the 4-satellite cluster mission from near loss. The drama began in March when a crucial science package stopped responding to commands, one of the mission's controller's worst fears. Since a pair of spectacular dual launches in 2000, the 4 cluster satellites have been orbiting Earth in tightly controlled formation. Each of the 550 kilogram satellite carries an identical payload to investigate Earth's space environment and its interaction with the solar wind, the stream of charged particles pouring out from the sun. Coming hot on the heels of the establishment of the UK Space Agency, the conference and exhibition has brought together the leading players in the UK space industry. The UK space industry is worth an estimated £7.5 billion and is an important driver for economic growth. These are exciting times ahead as nations around the world look to develop space science as an enabler for growth. Speakers at the conference have included the head of ESA, the UK Minister of State for Universities and Science, Sir Martin Sweeting of Surrey Satellite Technology, and our very own UK ESA astronaut Tim Peake. The 2-day event has provided the ideal networking forum to drive the industry forward, and we look forward to watching the next stage of the industry's development. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.